folks, and welcome to this premium analysis of the American dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay, so we are on the weekly time frame. We are testing the sell zone for this area of supply, and this is an interesting area here because we have this tested once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The slingshot was pulled back. It's difficult to see here, and then it cut through. So the origin of the move that cut through it is here. This is the beginning of the sell zone. This is the 122. So this would be a delicious area to sell. This is actually a child. Okay, we have the parent up here. This is kind of a complex module here. We had this here, tested, removed. The origin of that move is right here. This is a little bit higher, tested once into the child at the 22, and then we saw this very big release. Okay, so I think that price will come back to at least the 122 area, and potentially even all the way up here to the 120, what is that, the 126. Okay, so keep your eyes on that. What I do like about this price movement here is that we are establishing a liquidity void right now, which is great. The reason I like those is because price often rebalances. Okay, it has to move back to the origin because of thin liquidity into this initial move up into this area of supply. Okay, the supply being here. There's something up here as well, so I think that we'll likely see some reactions in the not so distant future as price maybe wriggles up into the top end of this and then begins to rebalance this just here. So I would look for shorts from about the 122 price point, which is just above the beginning of this sell zone. And if we go down to smaller time from the daily, we can have a look at what we have here and where would price go to. Well, I think price will collapse, potentially moving us all the way back down to somewhere near the 111. Should it come back up there, tested, release, liquidity void all the way up here. So this here is looking for a rebalance. Okay, so I think price would move through that, all of this very quickly. Okay, so let's have a look higher, see if we can find what that area looks like. Okay, so this is where we are currently sitting. Move up and move down. See, this is not supply. This is not supply here. This is a reaction to a historical point. We had a small area here, test, and price went down. So this is support becoming resistance. There's probably a tiny price nodule here in this capped price, but supply is higher, it's above this. And looking at this, it becomes pretty clear on this time frame, doesn't it, where we had a very nice area at the 124. Okay, price came down, we pulled the slingshot back, and then we left. But before we were able to completely remove the area that we looked at on the weekly chart, we had to move back to this area here. Okay, so there's something going on in here. The price has traded throughout this area quite a bit. Liquidity void, there's no liquidity in here. So I'm thinking return back to around these highs here would be a very interesting place to begin to sell. Okay, good. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.